Isn't it fun to point and laugh at losers? But sometimes you have to appreciate the winners in life.
I'll be over here like winning.
For if it weren't for them, well, we'd have no one to make fun of. And since winning in bunches is a hard thing to do, today we're going to appreciate each sport's longest winning streaks coming up right after this. This video, always, we will start with the 4 major North American sports and then take this list around the world and beyond. And yes, even motorsports will be included. In the NFL, the longest winning streak for the regular season and playoffs is the New England Patriots, who won 21 straight games from October 5th, 2003 to October 31st, 2004. Of course, the Pats also won 18 straight games one season. For regular season games only, I was surprised to learn it was the Colts with 23 straight dubs from November 2nd, 2008 to December 27th, 2009. The Colts were good at dominating the regular season, weren't they? For NCAA football, the longest D1 streak was pulled off by the 50s-era Oklahoma Sooners, a 47-game winning streak that lasted from 1953 to 1957, yet only 2 of those years are considered national titles for them. Longest college winning streak period, September 2000 to December 2003, 55 games by the Division III Mount Union Purple Raiders. That name sounds familiar. For the NBA, the Los Angeles Lakers hold the longest winning streak, 33 games, which happened during the 1971-1972 season. That team had the stilt, Elgin Baylor, and the logo himself, Jerry West. And yes, they won the ship. You don't have to go far to find the longest D1 men's streak, which is an astonishing 88 consecutive wins for the John Wooden-led UCLA Bruins from 1971 to 1974. And I have to give it to the gals, as the Yukon Husky ladies won 111 games in a row from 2014 to 2017 in a show of dominance that nobody cares about. The U.S. owns the world in Olympic basketball, winning 64 straight games from 1936 to 1972, 7 consecutive gold medals during that time, and the only game they lost, the world had to cheat to make that happen. But, you know.
These nuts. Got him!
The Giants of New York won 26 straight games during the 1916 season, though during the streak there was a tie, which the MLB does not recognize as an actual game. The longest winning streak without ties was last year, when the Indians reeled off 22 straight and had an October to remember. And in the JUCO leagues, Butler Community College won 88 consecutive games from March 2016 to May 2017. Yay, community college! For the NHL, the Pittsburgh Penguins have had the longest winning streak, 17 games from March 1993 to April 1993, and it ended via tie on the last day of the season. I guess having 2 Hall of Famers helps with that whole winning thing. For longest unbeaten streak, the Flyers hold that record as they went 35 straight games without an L from October 1979 to January 1980, a streak which included 10 ties. And for organized hockey, Bemidji State University won 43 straight from 1983 to 1985. In case you're wondering, the college is in Minnesota, dude. For the other kind of football, Man City owns the record with 18 consecutive wins in the Premier League, which was done in 2017. And in La Liga, rivals FC Barcelona and Real Madrid both have winning streaks without draws of 16 games, and both occurred at relatively the same time frame from 2015 to 2016. Why do other teams in that league even bother? Winning an auto race is hard, and Formula One driver Sebastian Vettel won 9 of them in a row in 2013, a winning streak that featured races on 4 different continents. The German-born racer obviously won the championship that year. Richard Petty won 10 consecutive races in 1967, but NASCAR changed their format after 1972 and considers everything before that a different era. And the record since then is only 4 consecutive races, most recently done by Jimmy Johnson in 2007. Double J also won 5 consecutive Winston Cups. Or is it Nextel Cups? Or is it Sprint Cups? Or is it Monster Energy Cups? Whatever it is, he won 5 straight of them. For men's tennis, Guillermo Villas won 46 straight matches in 1977, all on clay courts. And speaking of men, Martina Navratilova won an astounding 74 straight matches in 1984, in some serious domination. In beach volleyball, Misty May Traynor and Carrie Walsh won 112 straight matches from 2007 to 2008, and I can't tell you why on earth I would include beach volleyball on this list. Lord Byron Nelson won 11 straight tourneys in 1945, and of course Tiger Woods won 4 consecutive majors from 2000 to 2001, and then he continued his winning streak by banging porn stars. For boxing, Julio Cesar Chavez won 87 straight fights from 1980 to 1993, which finally ended in a draw to Pernell Whitaker. The Spider owns the record for most consecutive wins in the octagon at 16 in a row. However, it is alleged that Rickson Gracie is 452-0. Cael Sanderson never lost a collegiate wrestling match, going 159-0 from 1998 to 2002, straight up beast. Alexander Karelin won 9 consecutive Greco-Roman titles from 1989 to 2000 and retired an unbested legend. And finally, the most dominating win streak ever in sports is the appropriately named America's Cup. A streak started in 1851 and ended in 1983 when the Australians used a trick keel to finally take down the Americans after 25 consecutive dumps they took on the entire world. At 132 years long, the USA's win streak in sailing is the longest in sports history if you don't count the 242 years of freedom. America. Well, there you have it. So much win in one video, it kinda hurts. Please leave a like, your smartass comments, and of course subscribe for more interesting videos on sports. And don't forget to download the FanDuel app from the link below and use my code BASEHIT10 to get a 20% cash bonus on your first deposit. I'm 5 Points Vids, and you made it to the end of this video.